Hey guys, it's Kai here. Today I'm here with my business partner Donica, and we're introducing you a new series where we go through the struggles of agency owners on our road to get 5 high-ticket clients in the next 50 days. So today we're going to be going over, firstly, what we've done so far, our plan, and why we're executing this plan to reach this goal in the first place.
Hey guys, Donica here. Before we jump into the goal, our journey, what this whole series is going to be about, I want to give you guys a little bit of a backstory in terms of who we are and, who we are as business owners within our agency. So about 6 months ago, in October 2024, me and Kaiki finished up high school or secondary school. And, after months of educating ourselves and consuming content and learning and reading about entrepreneurship, we were really eager to put our learnings into practice. So originally we were thinking of going into sales and, maybe starting a business further down the line and seeing sales as like a key aspect of an entrepreneur's skill set. So we were thinking we needed to master that first. But we kind of came to the realization that we could not only learn sales, but every other business system by just running your own business. So about 5 months ago in November 2024, we bit the bullet and we got right into it and we launched our own agency, an AI automation agency from Auckland, New Zealand called Blue Horizon AI. To date, we've delivered 6 projects for 4 different clients, and solutions we provide automate sales process with the power of AI. And another thing about us as agency owners in Auckland, New Zealand, or in New Zealand in general, is we almost see ourselves as a bit of a new wave or a new addition to traditional entrepreneurship or business within New Zealand. What we've seen is that amongst the topic of AI, many people are unaware of how it can enhance their current systems, save them time, and make them more money or close them more deals. And people are almost afraid of it. So us as entrepreneurs, but also within the AI automation space, we see ourselves as bringing a new wave to that traditional mindset and ultimately how business is done within New Zealand.
Cool, so now moving on to the actual goal of getting 5 high-ticket clients in 50 days and why we're doing this in the first place. Well, when we were starting out, we looked at a whole bunch of different pricing models, strategies to sell our services, and we quickly found out the real struggles of an agency owner, which is getting more clients in the first place. So although it's a very common thing among other agencies, we thought, why not take this opportunity to document our journey, show ourselves building this system in public and solving the solution so that everyone can see, and by overcoming it, we can sell our services afterwards with a lot more credibility, authority, and most of all, we build a brand around ourselves to really push our services in the near future. So that's the first key point that we want to tackle. And the second one is that we want to do so with a lot of high leverage. So this means that the problems that we solve ultimately going to become the solutions that we sell on top of what we already have in our tech stack. So this is a very key point that we want to tackle just because we want to have one key solution that tackles and solves all of our problems as agency owners. And again, by showing you guys this strategy and putting all of our cards on the table, you can say that you saw it first online, that you saw it before it happened, and we get to say, yeah, we struggled with this problem, which gives us the authority to sell it with more conviction later down the track.
So now we've talked a little bit about this journey that we're setting up, this YouTube series, our backstory, who we are, and our goal. I'm going to break down the first part of how we plan to get there, our strategy. So yeah, there's 2 parts to this. Part 1, outbound systems, and part 2, inbound systems. And I'm going to briefly touch over the first part, outbound systems. So in the past 5 months or so, all of our client acquisition, for Blue Horizon has come from outbound system. We have cold called, we have cold emailed, although manually, and then we've also sent cold DMs on online communities like school.com. So although we have seen success with it, what we've come to realize that the success of an outbound system or an outbound campaign, it's based on volume and effort. And that means it's a low leverage and it's a one-to-one form of outreach. So although you can have experience on like what scripts and what copy works in your emails, you can't leverage and build trust and credibility because it's constantly cold leads, and it's one-to-one, so it takes a lot of time and effort to achieve that volume that you need. So although I just talked about, I guess, the inherent flaws of outbound systems, it is still on the board and it is still part of our outreach strategy. So you may be asking why. Well, that is as an AI automation agency that allows us to save a load of time and completely streamline how we set up our outbound systems. And first of all, that not only allows us to gain clients through a successful outbound system in the short term, but it also allows us then to take that solution, and as we've talked about, so many agency owners and business owners struggle with client acquisition and lead generation. So we can take that system that we've built for ourselves, we can actually go package it up and sell it to other businesses. So it's that concept like he talked about, two birds with one stone.
However, although outbound systems such as cold email campaigns and cold calls give you that direct one-to-one short-term success when you're selling your services, ultimately what's going to give you the long-term success are inbound systems where the clients or the leads that you're trying to get come to you, right? And our solution to that is YouTube and LinkedIn, which is where we put all of our cards on the table. We show all of our successes, all of our struggles, just as we are right now. And by seeing our progress, seeing our documentation, and seeing how exactly we do it, we can attract people to come to us and sell our services. So although inbound systems may not be that lucrative in the short term, when people don't know you and you don't really have a reputation or a brand to maintain, these systems really grow and compound over time. I guess that's the most valuable point that I want to touch on here. That if we start now in the beginning of our agency, the beginning of our journey, we can really document it. And in the future, it can be a really high leverage system where clients come to us instead of us going to them. So this is our strategy. This is us putting all of our cards on the table and showing you exactly how we plan to get these next 5 high ticket clients in the next 50 days. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be showing our strategy, some of the systems that we build. So I'll show in depth like some of the tutorials, and also we'll be updating you with the real-time results of our progress. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.